Yo! So, this is my video number 3 on the road. Still driving. I stopped and got something to eat, so I now have the energy to make more videos, which is awesome. And, so, this is a video that's very close to my heart and my soul. And a quick shout out to Sansara, did I pronounce that right? Sandra, you know who you are. She very kindly asked me where this video that I referred to is, and the title of this video is Why You Should Never Want, Only Create. Let's do it. So, recently in my life, I've experienced a lot of intense emotional things, a lot of different sort of ups and downs, and through this whole experience, I've very closely observed the effect that my internal state, my subconscious, my internal state has on the universe. Now, you're going to hear me talk about this stuff a lot. I'm always going to talk about internal state. I'm always going to talk about the universe, because these things are so closely linked, you could almost consider them the same. So what do I mean when I say don't want things, create them? Anytime that you want something, anytime that you feel a want for something, what you're actually experiencing is what Carl Cease refers to as a lack. Okay? You're experiencing a lack. This need, this want is actually, it's almost like a need. You're like, I really want this thing. And what you're saying is, I don't already have it. Now, the subconscious mind is very clever and also very stupid at the same time. It's like a supercomputer. It's always observing. It's always listening. Your subconscious will hear things that you say, and it will hear things that other people say. But because it's like a computer, it does not know the difference. Okay? When you say, I want something, the emotions that you feel are actually emotions of inadequacy. You feel this thing. In my case, in the past, I've experienced this with a person, someone that I'd wanted to be with. And for whatever reason, I couldn't. I've also experienced it with things like money, or friends, or any number of other things. This feeling of want. Now, there's a little contradiction. A lot of the time, people say, whatever you want in life, focus on that thing. Have the intention, create the desire in your mind, create it with crystal clear clarity in your mind, what you want, and be grateful as if you've already have it. Now, the key here is, when you imagine what you want, you're actually creating something in your mind. They say, I think it's habit number 2, the 7 habits of highly effective people. They talk about begin with the end in mind. And they say that, Stephen Covey says that, we always create things twice. First, we create it in our mind. It's like the blueprint. Second, we create it in reality. And this is a very crucial element to being able to influence the universe around you, being able to get what you want in life. But let's examine this a little bit further. So why do you want something? What is the reason that you want it? The reason is the key to why wanting is not going to get you what you're after. Let me give you an example. Let's say that I'm hungry and I really want a sandwich. The whole time I'm thinking about this sandwich that I want. And whilst I'm thinking about it, I'm giving my brain evidence that I can't have it. This evidence that you give your brain is so important. You need to be aware of this all the time, 24/7. What you tell your subconscious through your actions will determine your outlook on life. So for me, in the past, there was this particular person that I wanted to be with, and for whatever reason, I couldn't be with them. And I really wanted to. I wanted it more than anything. And so the whole time, there's a disparity between what I am putting in my mind and what's not being created in reality. Do you see? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, creation, influence in the universe is to create something twice. Once in your mind as a blueprint, that's the intention. That's the program that you put into your subconscious, right? It's like a computer. The second part of that equation is the universe culminating its resources to make this happen in accordance with your action. This is where it's created twice, the second time. Now, when you want something, you're only creating it once. Think about it. Want is the space between creation and actualization. The moment I think of something, there becomes a space. Let's say I'm hungry, I'll give the example of the sandwich. I think of a sandwich because I'm hungry. There then becomes a gap where I still think about the sandwich, but I don't have it. The whole time I'm wanting it, I'm showing myself that I can't get it, up until the moment that I do get it. This space is the space in which our mind creates doubt and fear. So I made a video just before about momentum. One of the reasons momentum is so important is because it closes the gap between creation and actualization, between thinking the thing and having the thing. It closes the gap of want. So if I'm hungry and I think about a sandwich, I just fucking make a sandwich. I just go and make a sandwich. And the moment I do that, my brain sees it and says, this guy gets what he fucking wants in life. You become grateful for that thing, and the universe responds. So, if you find yourself sitting around thinking about what you want, the best thing you can do is take action. The only thing that's going to get you what you want is action. Not thinking about it, not analyzing it, not asking for second opinions. Take action. Reduce the gap between the thought, the creation, and the attainment of that thing. Ultimately, this is a form of power. So, the more you can do this, the quicker you can do this, the better you can do this, the more powerful you will feel. The other thing is, if you're wanting something, it's because you haven't already got it. Let's say, for example, sex. If you're sitting around feeling lonely, you're really horny, and you really want to fuck, you just need to fuck. And you're sitting around, you're thinking about it. What do a lot of guys do? I'm sure women do this too. But what will a lot of guys do? They'll watch some porn and jerk off. Why? Because they're attempting to close the gap. But the action they're taking is incorrect. In fact, even though they're taking action, they have this sexual desire, and then they jerk off. Okay, they came, they ejaculated, they orgasmed, but that's not what they wanted. And so this is the reason why a lot of guys get addicted to porn and masturbation, and they actually become weaker, they lose energy, they become less manly. Because in actual fact, what you're doing is settling. You're settling for something that's not what you wanted. You're essentially showing yourself, proving to yourself you can't get what you want, and therefore you take the second option. Now, if you've created a very healthy sexual life for yourself, created through hard work, developing yourself, being smart, all the things that are required to create abundance, if you're working on yourself all the time, this sexual gratification, this sexual reward will come as a byproduct. This is no different from attempting to go to the gym and get stronger. Imagine just sitting around wanting to get strong. Imagine just sitting there. I really want to get strong. I just can't seem to get strong. You're not going to get strong. You have to work out. You have to take action. And once you take action, this is why people get more confident when they go to the gym. They start to see results. And what happens is the gap between the creation of what they want and the actualization lessens. They become more like what they want. So even more important than understanding that want is actually a lack. It's actually an acknowledgement of the fact that you don't have what you need in your life. And creation is what forms that thing and is the byproduct. Creation is what you should be focusing on all the time. Creation is positive. Creation is abundance. You have endless ability to imagine thoughts and ideas and concepts. It expands your energy outwards. When you create, you expand. It's why I often go off on tangents when I make these videos. I'm an incredibly creative person. I have always been this way, and so often I will shoot off in tangents and they have nothing relating really to the topic. I'm kind of doing it right now, but it's how the creative mind works. So creation and the creative mind is expansive, it's abundant. However, wanting, coming from a place of lack, ultimately is a practice in scarcity. And scarcity will induce fear. Sometimes it's the other way around. But scarcity and fear, the universe will always hear and reflect what your internal state is saying. This is why you should never want for things. Go out, take action, and create what you want. Peace.